Grand Prix of Turkey. And Sasha Coonan once again, he was drifting the bike through there over the foxhole shot line. Once again, 15 in the books for the season. Perez, another good start for the rider from Spain. Second, and Langenfelder gets his much needed start as well, and this time it's De Wolf who's in that 6th position. Langenfelder just said again, I was talking to him after that first race, said he made a massive mistake at the start of race 1. He started in 2nd gear, and that was the problem. He said, although somehow managed to get out of the turn in 3rd place, so he didn't get the jump. Presumably he started in 1st gear this time around, giving himself a much better opportunity of a better jump. Well, he's ahead of Kai de Wolf, but the track is hard and slick. Perez challenging, and there you see how slick it is. Perez nips up the inside, takes the lead away from Sasha Coonan. Langenfelder in 3rd position, dealing with number 8, Camden McClellan, and the rider in green. Look how slick it is here. Some riders throwing caution to the wind because of those tricky conditions, hard and slick and dry in other places. Sasha Coonan launches down the inside of Perez. Perez bites back immediately. These two are going to trip each other up if they're not careful. Certainly with the conditions as slick as they are after fresh water. Verlaine dropping to 5th as Camden McClellan nips up the inside and he goes after Langenfelder, bottom of your screen. McClellan then into 4th place. So despite not feeling quite 100%, Camden McClellan in a pretty good position at the moment. Coonan looks over his shoulder, taking a breather already on this opening lap, letting Perez just get on with it. But it's Perez, Coonan, Langenfelder, McClellan, Verlaine, De Wolf in 6th, Everts in 7th. Langenfelder knows he has the opportunity here to pull back that ground. Verlaine back up the inside, and McClellan through the first turn. Can he make it stick? He's got the inside line here. Runs McClellan a little bit wide on the exit. McClellan will be to the right side. When they come into land, closes down the door on the Triumph rider. Regains that 4th place. Frantic action here in the early laps of MX2 race 2. Can we put the checkered flag now? Put the checkered flag now out, please. So Verlaine back on the charge. Into that 4th place, going after Langenfelder. The number 27, your championship leader. He's going to be in a 20-point scoring position at the moment. De Wolf is going to be 15, so it's going to be 5 points gained back if it stays like this. But you just know, 27 minutes plus 2 to go. A long way to go. De Wolf just looking like he's biding his time. And that was another thing that Rasmus Jorgensen, the team manager, said as McClellan moves back past Verlaine into that 4th place. Jorgensen saying, Langenfelder off the side of the track there. Saw guys to do that in MXGP race 1. Didn't gain, didn't lose. Said he had a good start in the first race, did De Wolf. Hopefully he can get another one here in this one. It starts letting him down. McClellan now up in the 3rd. Langenfelder losing that 3rd place, losing 2 vital points at the top of the championship. De Wolf will look up, see that McClellan, his golfing buddy, has found his way past the championship leader, doing him a favour, inverted commas. First official full lap then, from finish line to finish line in the books. Perez, almost 2 seconds clear of Sasha Coonan. 3rd is McClellan. 4th is Langenfelder. 5th, Verlaine. 6th, De Wolf. Beniston up to 7. Everts 8. Racialist 9. Latta 10. We've got Castmakers Oliver Adamo in 13th position. He was already 40 points down on De Wolf going into race 2. A nail in the coffin for his championship aspirations, perhaps, all coming here in Turkey. But you can't just blame this race. There's been other rounds where Adamo may be a little bit out of sorts. Round 1 in Argentina, 10th overall, no fault of his own. Germany, 10th overall. Belgium, 12th overall. 13th in the Netherlands. 10th in the... yeah, that was it. 2 10th place finishes. Latvia and Argentina for Adamo. McClellan sitting there in third place. Langenfelder fourth. Only a couple of seconds further back is Kai de Wolf. See the wind starting to pick up as well. We had wind late in the qualifying race yesterday. Riders would have felt it as well. The conditions very cool now. Nice drive that from Langenfelder down that back straight into turn 11. Does he make the pass stick? McClellan around the outside, but well, I tell you what, little bit of bar bag in, and Camden McClellan comes off worse. Made the move for third, but McClellan picks himself up. That's going to do his teammate, his golf buddy a favour anyway, because he will find a way by now. So McClellan out of that fourth place. Expensive mistake for the number 8. Possibly challenging for a podium before that moment. So Perez leads Koonin by 2.5 seconds. Langenfelder up to third. McClellan down to 9th with that mistake on lap 2. Podium as it stands right now. Sasha Koonin on 47, Perez on 40, tied with Langenfelder. Perez going after his second podium in MX2, second in Germany. De Wolf off the box, fourth with 38 points. But as I say, still a long way to go. But it's Perez, who was the fastest rider on track last time around, by about 3/4 of a second over Sasha Koonin. There's McClellan just ahead of the 18 of Valerio Latta, 47 of Carlos Racelis on the Yamaha. He is in 10th place. There's Everts going through in 7th. There's McClellan 8th. Watch this here. Tried to go in, but you knew you were going to get squeezed. He was up the side of the bank and down. Lucky not to tweak a knee there in that exchange. They were holding their breath because they were thinking, wow, that could have been Simon. Everts, lead rider in shot, number 26, in that 7th position. Captain McClellan just get the kind of pace that he had at the start of the race before he went down after that contact with Simon Langenfelder. Guillaume Perez, already a race winner in Germany this year, race 2, didn't know he'd won the race. Vincent Barani was on our studio show on Saturday here. Said we deliberately didn't put the board out to him to say that he was leading the race, because that's when you've never had a race win before, you start second guessing, thinking about stuff, getting nervous. Oh, problems there for Everts. McClellan all over the back of him here, bottom of his screen. And then streaking away in the opposite direction. Perez, Koonin, Langenfelder, fastest rider on track, fastest lap of the race. He's in third, a 2.5 behind Koonin. Valant fourth, nearly 2 seconds further back. McClellan in that 8th place here, still pressing the 26th of Liam Everts on the Nissan Husqvarna in front of him on that white machine. Sticky ruts, hard pack. They've fluffed up a little bit here and there just to maybe get a little bit more moisture in some places. But at least now, any really wet stuff that they threw down in the break, in the 1-hour break, has dissipated and evaporated. This is second and third. 2 teammates, Sasha Koonin and Simon Langenfelder. Both are going to be on the podium at the moment, but Langenfelder could really do with a favour from his teammate here, just to get into second, gain a couple of points on De Wolf. Not sure if they've even started talking about team orders 3 rounds out yet. Drops it across the front of the Belgian. Ruthless there, Simon Langenfelder. I think it was inadvertent though. Just had the better line, swept in, moves into that second place. Langenfelder now looking to go after Perez. and sets another fastest lap of the race as well. 1:56.7 compared to a 58.6 of Perez. 2:05 for Sasha Kunin. Watch this here. Yeah, squeezed him. Sasha Kunin there, little legs just coming off the pegs. As he lost balance, but he maintains position in that third place. Still in a Grand Prix winning position as it stands right now. That would change though if Langenfelder finds his way past Perez for the lead. Here's Kyle Wolf. Not bringing the goods at the moment in that 5th position. Still trying to find his way past Milan. You heard Andrea Adamo say at the start of the race, not the easiest place to pass. Everybody running a similar pace. So, reading between the lines, you have to take that little bit of extra risk for that bit of reward if you want to make a pass. And I think Kyle Wolf is in that situation at the moment, knowing that he's gone 2 steps forward, doesn't want to go 3 steps back. In this second race this weekend, gained ground in the qualifying race, gained ground after race 1, will lose ground in race 2 if things stay as they are. Oh, Adamo fighting the front and the back end there. Not had a lot of luck in that corner so far this weekend, has he? Watch this, catches an edge with the front end and the back end. Oh, twice it misbehaved. The gap back out to 15 points between Langenfelder and De Wolf, as it was at the start of the weekend. That's the very least Simon Langenfelder can hope for. But you can see he's got Guillaume Perez right ahead of him now. Your race leader, number 99, on that Monster Energy Triumph. Only got one thing on his mind, hasn't he, Langenfelder? The race win, the overall Grand Prix victory. Gaining 3 more points. Love to take it out to 18, but that depends on what De Wolf does later on in the race. But we know Perez, not an easy, not a pushover. And he will squeeze Langenfelder at every opportunity. Sure, Langenfelder's mindful of that. Maxim Groh has moved into 10th place, found his way past Racialis. Turn 5, over the little single. Langenfelder absolutely locked in and loaded, ready to fire. A warning shot to everybody else in MX2. Despite all of his problems so far this weekend, still coming out swinging and fighting. Doesn't want to get held up behind Perez though for too much longer. Kunin sitting back in 3rd. He's been good through the waves, but not on this occasion. So then goes inside, follows Perez through, knows it's the best rate through. Oh, wrestling the rear wheel there on the exit of that turn. Langenfelder, when I spoke to him before the start of the race, said, I'm actually feeling good. My speed's good. It was just started in 2nd, not 1st. That was a rookie error kind of thing. But he said my riding was good, my speed was good. Feeling good for the 2nd race. He certainly is. Definitely bringing his A game at the minute. Oh, Adamo going from bad to worse. 11th. Down to wherever he picks himself up. We'll see next time he comes around. Waiting for Adamo to cross the line. Meanwhile, Langenfelder tries to go around the outside of Perez. Perez too cute for that. Radar on underneath that helmet of his. Adamo down to 14th. Losing 3 more positions. Tried this a lap ago, Simon Langenfelder, a little bit wider, tried to sweep in, gets good drive, stays off of that single. Is that going to make the difference? Is he going to go the long way around here? Wheels on the ground nice and early as he came into land as well on the number 27, Red Bull KTM. Oh, brave left to go around there. Somehow both riders stay intact and upright. Yeah, now Perez starting to play silly buggers, looking across, trying to close off the attack from Langenfelder, trying to take him to the cleaners. Langenfelder, if he gets good drive here, will find his way past at the end, and he does get good drive, and he does find his way by. We've got a new leader on lap 7, and it's Simon Langenfelder. Crucial move for the German. Sacha Kuhnen, third, under pressure from De Wolf now, who's making inroads. He's found his way past Valin. And of course, Cameron McClellan, he fell when De Wolf was in 6th position. So made one pass since then, and is going after the number 19. Knows this one could be all about damage limitation if he is to regain his championship, or retain his championship. Gonna go the long way round here. Kuhnen keeping him to the outside. Drag race as they go down past pit lane. Right, De Wolf, is there going to be fun and games in this turn? Not quite. Kuhnen still there in third. All over the back of Perez now. A three-way battle for second. Oh, monstrous leap there from Kuhnen. Couldn't quite find his way past. Perez hanging on for now. De Wolf relentless in his pursuit of Sacha Kuhnen at the minute. Langenfelder on 8:33. At the top of the championship. The gap 16 points as it stands right now. So despite finding his way past Perez for the lead, obviously De Wolf making his move on Valin, reducing that gap from 18 to 16 points. Oh, how good was Kuhnen through there. Rode his luck a little bit though, up on the pegs. But he knows he's got company in the form of De Wolf, who gets better drive around that outside. He'll cut to the outside, the right-hand side of the Belgian, as we head into the final turn at the end of lap 8. Does he find his way past? High and wide, drops back down. Try the same move as he did a lap ago. Can he get out of the turn even earlier this time around? No, he can't. De Wolf only been on the podium one time here. That was last year with a 4th and a 2nd. He's going to be on the podium again here this year, 2025. But he's having to do it the hard way, isn't he? 2nd and a 4th again at the moment, hoping to find his way past Kuhnen for 3rd. But it's Langenfelder in the driving seat in terms of the overall classification. He and Kuhnen tied on points as it stands right now for the top step, both on 45, De Wolf on 40. Look at the effort that De Wolf is putting in. Going to cut back here, try and find a nice tight line. Not tight enough. That transfer doesn't seem to be working either. No one really using it. And they weren't actually in MX2 Race 1 either. Trying to suss out Kuhnen once again. 2 or 3 laps now, he's been parked behind the number 19. Both riders hanging off the back of the motorcycle. De Wolf obviously a little bit further back for obvious reasons. Looking to make a move up the inside here. Doesn't happen, so he's got to go the long way round. Doesn't work there either. Kuhnen being very tenacious. That dogged determination of the number 19. All or nothing, isn't he? Sacha Kuhnen still hanging on to that 3rd place. Again, De Wolf doubles his way in. Third attempt in this corner in successive laps. At some point he knows he's got to be out of here tighter. He is this time around. Kühnen knows he's there, looks back nervously over the shoulder. Sees the lanky Dutchman breathing down his neck once more. This time, outfoxes Kühnen, and De Wolf finally moves into that third place. Going to gain another couple of points back as well. It's going to be down to 14 if he hits the line in that third place.
He is in the top position right now. He takes what he wants.
Oh. Easy on the gas there, Kai. Darmo back up to 12th after falling from 11th to 14th. Are we looking at a two-horse race for this MX2 title race now? With 2 rounds to go, plus the remaining laps. 9 minutes plus 2 here in Turkey. Forcing his way down the inside of Maxim Gros, Adamo up to 11th. He believes he still has an opportunity, a shot at a second world title. Adamo using that transfer as he closes in on Carlis Racelis. The Monster Energy Yamaha rider from Latvia saw his younger brother Janis crowned MX250 champion, European champion this weekend. Adamo breezes past the Latvian though, into 10th. Still points and riders to be had. Langenfelder 1:56.221. This time around, fastest lap of the race. Race 1 was a 1:56.255 on lap 7. So 3 laps later in lap 2, in race 2, Langenfelder with the Acerbis fastest lap then, ever so slightly quicker. 2:55.221, they're the margins. In terms of Acerbis fastest laps, it's Simon Langenfelder who holds the most, 6 at the moment. So if he stays there and no one eclipses him, or if he goes even better, then that will be 7 Acerbis fastest laps in 2025 for the German. De Wolf and Ferez. Story of De Wolf's race then. Got alongside the 317 of Mathis Valin. That got him into 4th place. Then he goes around the outside of Sasha Kühnen. Didn't make it happen here. There was Ferez just ahead of them. Tried to cut back here. Got to time that to perfection. Otherwise you connect the rear wheel. And then several occasions the Belgian kept the Dutchman at bay. And this was finally where it happened. De Wolf getting alongside, scrubbing alongside the Belgian. That was the move into 3rd for De Wolf. 2 points, vital points clawed back for the defending champ. Ferez being a stubborn opponent though. With 6.5 minutes plus 2 to go. Ferez still hanging on to 2nd. He's not going to make the podium though. Guillaume Ferez, 6 in race 1, 2nd in race 2. Ferez is going to be 4th overall on 37 points as it stands right now. De Wolf on 42 on the 3rd step of the podium. That's the 99 now, is the message to De Wolf. Easier said than done. He's probably thinking, pitboard messages. They always state the obvious, but they do it to encourage, just in case you've forgotten what the message is mid-race. Riders are there for one thing only, and that's to win. Certainly riders like Kai De Wolf, Sasha Kühnen, Guillaume Ferez got his race win earlier on in the year. Sasha Kühnen then confirmed with the Foxhole shot for the 15th time this year. And on that note, let's take a look at how he did it. Replay of the start coming up. over on the right-hand side, gets a good jump. Just gives himself a bit of room as he moves across the riders to his right. Must have been tight, but it was Sasha Kunin for the 15th time this year. Langenfelder emerging in third place. Best start of the weekend for the German. The championship leader needed one as well right at that moment in time. The two Husqvarnas went in bar to bar, De Wolf and Everts. Everts feeling the elbow of his teammate on the exit of the turn. The two Triumphs over on the left as well. And then Thibaut Beneston, he's in 7th place now. Simon Langenfelder, 3.5 seconds clear. At sector 3, sector 4, just around this left-hand turn. So Simon Langenfelder, just a bit of a shake of the head there as he completes lap 12, moves into lap 13. What's his race been like? Let's take a look, shall we? So Langenfelder was in 3rd, then 4th. He and Camden McClellan having their little back and forth. McClellan tried to find his way past into 3rd, but just came off worse. That put Langenfelder securely in 3rd. He then went after his teammate, Sasha Kunin. Those two bumped a little bit. He moved into 2nd, clear track ahead of him, whittled down the gap between himself and Guillaume Ferrez. Ferrez didn't make it easy for him, as you can see, but talk about threading through the eye of a needle. That's how tight it was as he took over the lead, Langenfelder. It was on lap 7. We're on now lap 12. It's Kai de Wolf who's now trying to find his way past Guillaume Ferrez, the Spaniard, the Monster Energy Triumph rider. Darmo up to 10th, about a second and a half, 1.7 behind Valerio Lata. Crucial because of the fact that he's 3rd in the championship, but losing a lot more ground in this second race than he would have liked. Right, De Wolf, great drive. And Ferrez looked like he had to check up there, because as he tried to close down, De Wolf was coming through no matter what. And he just had to tip over to the right, Guillaume Ferrez, just to make sure the two riders didn't bang bars and go down. De Wolf now 2nd. Minutes plus 2 to go. Langenfelder's lap time last time around was a 1:57.5. De Wolf half a second quicker in traffic, finding his way past Ferrez. Everts is moved into 5th. He's moved by Mathis Vallat. So the Husqvarna going by the Kawasaki. Here's how he did it. Start of lap 13, which has now come to an end. Just runs wide. Oh, heavy landing, but he was already alongside him there, wasn't he? Everts up to 5th. Right, what's the gap between Langenfelder and De Wolf? 3.4 seconds. Sector 1, 32.7, Langenfelder, 32.4, De Wolf. There is Langenfelder. Wow, you know what? This is going to be a massive push for Kai de Wolf. Now that he's got clear track, has he left his charge too late, though? That is going to be the big question. You cannot knock his effort, but did he stay in that 6th, 7th position in those early laps as the racetrack was a little bit greasy after fresh water on the circuit? We will soon find out. Here's Adamo all over the back of Lata now, 2 Italians. These two fighting over 9th place. Continuing to push on despite the difficulties he's had this weekend. Gap down to 12 points as it stands right now. That'll be a gain of 3 over the course of the weekend for Kai de Wolf, who started the weekend 15 down on Simon Langenfelder. But this is the battle. Behind him, Sasha Coonan in 4th and Everts in 5th place. Sasha Coonan 3rd overall in the Grand Prix now, behind De Wolf in 2nd, Langenfelder on the top step. Good late charges from Liam Everts. On the 26th, Nastan Hasfana found his way past Mattis Verland, that part of the track a lap or two ago. Can he do the same with Sasha Coonan? Will be on the podium if he stays where he is, even if Everts finds his way by. De Wolf is reeling in Langenfelder, the gap just under 3 seconds, 2.8, as De Wolf puts his best lap of the race in, a 1:56.8 compared to a 57.3. Again, not massive margins, half a second here, half a second there. We'll have 2 laps to go next time around. And when you're pushing this pace, there you see De Wolf heading through the waves in the opposite direction. Langenfelder hits sector 3 now, 25.6 after going fastest in sector 2. And 25.7, so the gap back out to 3.1. Good response this from Langenfelder. Two Belgians. They're going to be nations teammates in about a month's time. Into the penultimate lap, Simon Langenfelder. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Another best lap for De Wolf. Another 1:56.7 compared to a 57.1. Tantalizingly close, but not close enough at the minute. Seems like everything that De Wolf throws at Langenfelder, the German responds. Even if it is a couple of tenths here and there. Benniston has found his way past McClellan, or McClellan trying to find his way back past after his mistake earlier in the race. I think it's the latter. Benniston 7, McClellan 8. Adamo closer to latter than he was a lap ago, as they fight over 9th place. Latter read it well, but not well enough. But he swings across the front of the number 80. Maintains track position in 9th place. Looking to do the wide sweep. Just to carry a bit more momentum, open up the turn with that low line on the left-hand side on the exit of the turn. Again, he'll try to out-fox Latter here, who's holding a very defensive line. Oh, tell you what, did he take a little bit more off the corner than he wanted to there? Oh yeah, up on the bank, into the rear wheel. Almost cost him a few spokes. Oh, just looking up at the timing screen. Langenfelder and De Wolf have just gone through. De Wolf has just gone and set the Acherbis fastest lap of the race so far. 1:56.2. That's the gap. 1.8. Doesn't look like 1.8 anymore over the next couple of corners, does it? We are into the final lap. Big, big push for Langenfelder and De Wolf. And it will be for the overall Grand Prix as well, and 3 extra points in the championship for the number 1. A little bit of a snag there through the final turn. He felt it cost him some time, Langenfelder, who is now under the cosh. Best race of the day so far. The top 2 in the championship, 1st and 2nd in the race, in championship order. This one for bragging rights and chest beating as we head to China for the penultimate round. Look at the commitment from De Wolf. Not leaving anything on the table, but did he leave his push too late? Were the track conditions just a little bit too risky for him early on? Didn't want to take that kind of risk. A little bit squirrely coming out of that turn into the waves. Not close enough to launch an attack here at the end of the straight. Langenfelder, 2 seconds clear now. And De Wolf, sensing his opportunity may have been lost. 2 corners to go. And Simon Langenfelder working his way towards a checkered flag. Langenfelder will cross the line. Langenfelder wins race 2. He wins the MXGP of Türkiye. Hasn't been an easy weekend for him, but he turned it around when it mattered. Langenfelder, what a performance from him. Top step of the podium, does it with a race win. But this championship chase still very far from over. 24 career race wins now for Simon Langenfelder. 35 career podiums, 9 as a Grand Prix winner.